Hey, welcome back to B France Pro. In these videos, we're going to be looking at blind testing products.
Blind testing?
Blind testing products.
So you mean I'm actually going to have a blindfold on while I play these things?
Yes. You are going to be blindfolded, I'm going to be blindfolded, and you are also going to be blindfolded. So you won't be able to see what we're playing, neither will we.
And the whole point with that is that we're going to get rid of any of those preconceived notions we have about, for example, different finishes or different brands.
Yeah.
Both of us worked in music retail for
We
a
did.
number of years while we were building up our own professional playing careers, and we definitely found that the longer we started kind of testing stuff, the more we brought those preconceived notions to it.
100%.
So the idea here is we blindfold ourselves, and that way you get the true colour of the accessory or the piece or the horn that we're testing.
Exactly.
So we
Can't
hope
wait.
you enjoy.
Okay, so these are the BG Traditional Ligatures. This one is really nicely free blowing, even throughout the full range of the horn, and has quite a nice colour to it. Not hugely resistant, but yeah, let's try it on a bit of a tune. Okay, so yeah, it's nice, it's punchy, it's got a good amount of colour to it. It's easy to blow, a little bit too easy to blow. You can really gush a lot of air through this lig. I'm gonna go with gold plate. Okay, so I think I might be wrong. This feels a little bit more like the gold-plated finishes on the BG things. It's quite thin in terms of sound for me, but it is very easy to play. So it's completely open, no resistance. I find the sound a little bit bright in terms of just my general tone. It's not as colourful as I would personally like, but if you are looking for something to brighten up, this will definitely do it. Let's try it on that tune. Okay, so with music, I actually quite like this. It's got a really nice, like, pizzazzy zing to it compared to like the technical stuff. It's a bit thin. With the actual kind of playing some melody, that had a nice punch and a real even tone from the bottom to the mid range. That middle D is nice and clear, which is sometimes quite difficult on the baritone to reproduce consistently. It's an easy note to kind of split, but with this lig, that was really solid and really stable. So I think this one is the rose gold. This is definitely a silver one. It's weird. You can really tell that silver sound. I really hope this is silver now I'm saying this. But you can really feel that bright raspiness that you get with the silver plated ligs. Let's try it on that tune. This definitely feels really raspy. It has a nice amount of resistance. It's really cool, as you can probably hear in that mid-range, those breaking the notes is quite easy, so you have to really control it with this lig. But the bottom end, I think, is a really good payoff. You don't get that fullness with the other finishes. So I would say this is a traditional silver plate ligature. this feels super bright and really raspy. I have no idea what it is. maybe this could be the rose gold. I don't know. Let's try on a song. Ooh, okay. It has a ton of punch in there. Like, it's huge. It's a nice sound. It's really good. I quite like the way it feels. It's a little bit wild, especially in that mid area. So your G, A, and B, there's a lot of space. It does feel a little bit uncontrollable. But overall, really like the sound of it. Free blowing, nicely resistant, but a little bit wild would be what I think. And in terms of what the finish is, I don't know. I'm so lost with these. Maybe I'm really wrong. Maybe this is gold lacquer and earlier on was rose gold. I have no idea. I'm going to have to think about it and we'll review it in a second. Okay, so the blind test of the BG Traditional Ligatures. 4 finishes again. The first one, I felt like the sound was quite thin throughout the full range of this. It was easy to play, but yeah, didn't have enough resistance for me and didn't quite have the punch in the lower end that I really enjoy. The second one felt warmer and a little bit more full, a nice amount of resistance, and they're quite even across the whole horn again, so they're quite responsive. So these ligs fit really well, and they have a good contact between the reed and the ligature and the mouthpiece, so they have a good representation of colour and variance. So the second one I'm going to say is gold lacquer. So I've had rose gold, gold lacquer. The third one felt like silver. I might be really wrong, but it really had a similar kick to my silver duo and that real raspiness. So you could really hear it throughout all of the horn. They are a little bit more difficult to control, so you end up breaking notes and pushing things. But that I quite like that. I like the unpredictability of what I get with a silver lig. Fingers crossed I got that right. And the last one felt very clean, but also quite warm. So I'm going to say that one is the gold plate. Was I right? My favourite lig. Oh, it's tricky. Number 3, the silver, which I think was the silver one, felt the most familiar to me. So I ended up shifting back to my normal embouchure position and my normal way of playing. However, I liked the sound of number 2 the best. Let's see what they were. Number 2, which was I right? Oh, the gold plate. I thought it was a gold lacquer. That's very interesting. Usually I wouldn't like a gold plate lig, but there we go. Gold plate it is. Number 2. That for me had a nice warmth to it, and I think I could push it and get some real nice, raspy, edgy, kicky notes on them if I wanted to, but I liked the colour and the warmth of this lig a lot. Okay, what was number 1? Number 1 was the rose gold. Clean, easy to blow all the way through, really nice feel throughout the whole horn, bottom to top, very even. Loved it. It was good. Number 3. I was so wrong. Number 3. Oh, failing at life. Number 3 is the gold lacquer. This felt like a silver ligature. Clearly, my brain did not know what I was doing. But yeah, this felt really bright. This had a lot of break in it, a lot of rasp, a lot of edge, and this actually is the closest to my current sound that I would think of in my head. This is when I blow what I think I sounded like. So not a silver lig, apparently. And number 4, which actually was my least favourite, was the silver lig. It was not controllable as well as these, but it did have really good bottom end. So that is great for that. So if you're looking for something with a full bottom end to really push out those low notes, this is great. But overall, I felt it dampened the sound a little bit. The third one was a little bit brighter and a bit more raspberry, but I loved that gold lacquer one. It was great. No gold plate one, I lie. But I loved that gold plate one. It was great.